So I was gonna do my favorite red card videos, but I went to the pre-release this weekend and I have to talk about what happened. There are my sweet zombie foils. Pretty much the best thing I got all night. I have the worst luck when it comes to pulls. The worst luck. The best luck I ever had was once during Ravnica when I finally pulled Ralzeric, and during Theros where I pulled enough gods to satisfy me. Not the one I really wanted, at least not after I had bought him, and not Erebos, which I still really want. But you know, I got Perforos, I got Aetheros, I got Keranos later, so I had 2 Keranoses. You know, stuff. Good things. Oh, Mogus, also got him, he's great. But, so the pre-release, Sweet Zombie Foils, I got the worst promo. It's not even playable. It makes me really sad. While I was there, I opened my card pool. I didn't pull anything terrific in my card pool either, nothing that I was really looking for. I didn't even get a single keystone draw, I'm butchering those names again, but someone was nice enough to give me one. So angry with my pulls, I decided to go black-red. Mostly fueled by my rage. But also because black-red, I pulled this. Bloodhall Priest. It's a pretty sweet card. It's pretty ridiculous also, but for the most part, it looks fun. It's got a madness trigger, and you know, no cards in hand, 2 damage to target creature or player. So in order to get that off, I had things like Alchemist Grading, which is triggered by madness also. Lots of instants and sorceries. Weaver of Lightning was a big part in the deck. Whenever I play an instant or sorcery, it deals 1 damage to target creature. Since I'm constantly playing instants, it was a pretty good fit. Attached to Weaver Lightning was Prophetic Ravings. I had 2 of those in there. They're my madness triggers, they're my discard triggers. I basically just has haste and I tap to discard and draw a card. Usually I could play the card I drew pretty quickly also, especially if it's a land or another instant. And especially with both of them on the field, it went pretty well. I had some fun things in there also, like I got the rats and the scavengers for the meld, and that was the only meld I pulled all night. It's actually not bad. Neither of them are terrible by themselves either. I ended up not playing the deck. After I built this, I had a lot of time left because I tend to deck build very quickly. And I was looking at my piles and I thought, you know, I've got a lot of band colors left. I've got decent green and blue, white. Let me take a look and see what else I have, just in case this doesn't work, because I found out everyone at my table was deck building for black-red, so I wasn't liking my odds there. So I built something else. This deck has one main strategy that proved to be effective throughout the night. Griffspoon wins games, and attached to Griffspoon was usually Lone Rider. Great card. It's a 1/1 first strike with lifelink, and if I gain 3 life I flip it into a 4/4 with first strike, lifelink, and trample. And if it's attached to Griffspoon, it also has flying. I did a lot of cool things with this card. I usually flipped it by playing Chaplain's Blessing. I gained 5 life, there we go. Turn 3, I've got a flipped Lone Rider. I'd hope against hope. If I couldn't get the gain 5 life out, I'd play a bunch of creatures and then I'd attach that to the rider, and there you go. I lifelink for 4 or 5. And it stays attached to the card, so I maintain the buff, which is nice. I also had things like, I'm gonna mispronounce this, Invocation of Saint Tath, which whenever it attacks, I get a 4/4 white angel creature with flying that also attacks. Great stuff. Basically, once I had the rider out and anything attached to it, it was endgame. It was just a matter of time. I also had Essence Flux, Turn Aside, a couple of those in there. Things I used to protect Lone Rider, especially since I knew most of the people at the pre-release were playing black-red. I needed ways to keep Lone Rider long enough to flip him and then to attack. It was great. I went 2-0, 1-2, and then 2-0 again, and the pre-release this time was doing something different. There were 10 people there, and they were going to pay out to the top half and the bottom 3. The bottom 3 were going to get the promo Anguished Unmaking. Sweet, right? Well, I was doing really well, so I thought I finally have a chance to get into the top half. I've been getting almost into the top half for a while now at that certain comic store. And I knew it all hinged on the last match. I figured, great, if I get into the top half, I've got packs. And I have my friend who was trying to lose because she wanted the Anguished Unmaking. And of course, last round I go 0-2. Guess what place I got? 6th place. No prizes for me. Because there were only 10 people there and we all paid $30, there was extra prize support, so they actually managed to make it so everyone got to go home with at least 1 pack of Eldritch Moon. I didn't pull anything good in there either. I've got okay cards here, not too much I'll use for an actual deck. I did get a lot of support for my standard blue-black zombies, but that was after and with a bunch of trading, which I'm still working on. Yeah, that's my sad pre-release tale. Next week I'll go back to doing red cards I like. And then once we finish up the color wheel, I'm going to move into creature types. I'm not going to do too many creature types because there are a lot of creature types, but I'm going to do some of the big ones. Definitely going to do dragons, probably going to do elves, even though I really hate elves and magic. Probably going to do Eldrazi. And probably golems, because golems are my favorite. And krakens or leviathans as well. I may just group those together though. If you have a creature type you want me to do, or something else you want me to do with my favorite magic cards, whatever, leave a comment, let me know. As always, like, subscribe. I should have just lost on purpose and gone for the Anguished Unmaking. If I had just stuck the black red, I probably would have gotten it. Well, it was a nice run. Bye.